We're going to be learning about AWS Innovation. So let's begin. Day 1. What is design thinking? So let's begin by discussing design thinking, which is a method that is mainly used for the purpose of comprehending people, questions, problems, and solutions. This is used to turn ideas into physical and evaluate products as soon as possible. The design thinking framework includes 3 ideas: immersion, ideation, and implementation. Here are the 5 stages of the design thinking process. The 5 stages are not always followed in the specific order that is listed, and often these stages occur at the same time and are repeated numerous times. The first is empathize. This is used to discover the target audience and learn more about the audience, such as their problems and their necessities. Next is define. This is where you determine problem statement, you focus on the user's need, and problem statement is the problem statement that you determined is a guiding tool. Next is ideate. This is when people collaborate with others with different areas of expertise, and in this case you want quantity over quality. Next we have prototype. In this stage, the goal is to create a product that can be evaluated and critiqued. And lastly, we have test, which is where users will provide feedback that will help determine if their solution is viable. This will help save money in the long term. Next, let's discuss the Cloud Innovation Center. This creates a chance for non-profit institutions, education services, and government departments to work with other public sector companies. They will collaborate on issues of high importance and can help test issues using Amazon's innovation process. This innovation center harnesses the technology of AWS, and any non-profit institutions, education services, or government departments can register to work on an assignment. Next, what is a culture of innovation? Amazon aims to be the world's most customer-centric organization. They aim to achieve this by 4 main customer sets: consumers, sellers, enterprises, and content creators. Characteristics of an innovative culture include the following: hiring builders, failing fast, working backwards, and 2 pizza teams. First, hire builders. Hire builders with different backgrounds and points of view in order to make decisions. Fail fast is to try all possibilities and be accepting of failure. Work backwards is to constantly drive customer-centric, ingenious thinking, and it is used to make sure that the product is exactly what the customer needs. And 2 pizza teams is a saying that allows you to hire efficient workers in order to minimize communication and unnecessary meetings. It is called 2 pizza teams because an innovation team should require no more than 2 pizzas to feed them, showing that they're a small but efficient team. The formula for innovation is culture plus people plus tools or mechanisms. Here is a video that you may watch for design thinking, and we'll link it below. Next, let's talk about the 5 W's of innovation at Amazon. What is innovation? Where does innovation take place? Who innovates? When does one innovate, and why innovate? So what is innovation? The successful integration of new thoughts into society. Where does innovation take place? Everywhere. It can range from inventing something to improving something already invented. Who innovates? Everyone. Innovation is the way one goes about their work. When does one innovate? Every day. It occurs because of ongoing events and unexpected circumstances. Lastly, why innovate? Everything depends on it. Innovation creates new opportunities to serve customers or consumers. Next, models of innovation. There are numerous models of innovation, each with their own pros and cons. A way to categorize them is by separating it across a continuum of continuous and discontinuous. Continuous models are innovation described as incremental, evolutionary, and reactive. More linear type changes happen for constant increase over time. Discontinuous models are when innovation is described as disruptive, revolutionary, and transformative. These are nonlinear, abrupt changes, as you can see in the diagram. Next, the innovation process. The most common process to uphold innovation is known as working backwards. This depends on working deliberately according to the goal and shared thoughts. Constantly injecting innovation into independent and teamwork, and the innovation process requires working backwards from the customer. This means to constantly come back to the customer's ideas for solving problems. This work will repetitively, continually reevaluate the problem at hand. Working intentionally. This is when you work both intentfully and determinedly. This siphons AWS's customer obsession into solving a certain conflict. Organizations work specifically to make sure that their business decisions are orderly managed. Teams work purposefully together. Individuals take the lead and ownership of their own efforts in order to optimize innovation. The starting place for working intentionally is the vision and the mental models. The vision is an idea of how certain things could be contrasting to how they are currently. They contradict conventional wisdom and rigid on the vision but relaxed on the specifics. The mental models are basic ideas that act as a base for generating ideas. These raise ideas from the ground and provide them with superior direction. These are formed as a statement of cause and effect, and they help create new ideas. Working backwards. This is made up of the 5 customer questions, which are: who is the customer? What is the customer's problem or opportunity? What is the most important customer benefit? How do you know what the customers want or need? And what does the customer experience look like? The objectives of all of these questions is to maintain the customer's importance and keep them involved in the innovation process. Here is a video detailing the innovation process.
So my name is Ben.
Next, working iteratively. The innovation process becomes iterative, especially during execution. Many ideas never get past the analysis phase. This is called analysis paralysis. Execution is when an organization chooses to commit to an idea. As a result, they hire a leader and a committed team. Successful execution leads to experimentation. Experimentation is the heart of success. However, the research that takes place must be limited to answering specific questions related to serving customers. There are 2 ways to do this: one-way doors or two-way doors. One-way doors are decisions that are difficult to return to once they have been made. Two-way doors are decisions that are reversible, and these are made quickly by superior groups and high-level individuals, as you can go back on them later. Where do ideas come from? Expertise in a beginner's mind is where an opening a mind influences perspective and helps new ideas emerge. This helps prevent personal bias, assumptions, and limitations. Irrational optimism and grit. Ideas that are not commonly accepted should not be neglected, though